Welcome to episode 1,975,000 of GM bus door ceiling up. I am tired of screwing around with this project. I'm sure you're tired of listening to me about it. I want to just get this thing done and move on. Tired of it. So hopefully today I can just finish this up and good, bad, indifferent, not perfect, whatever, press on. I'm going to remove the screws out of the top half of this thing and try and pull up on it to try and remove some of those wrinkles in that fabric. So I think that's what it needs. So I'm going to give that a shot. Hopefully not have to get into it any deeper than that. Okay, I had to take the diamond plate back off. I'm going to use some suggestions of one of my regular YouTube followers, K-Dell. You know who you are. I'm going to try and make this tighter. He suggested that this be tight when the door is fully open. And I'm going to use some masking tape to secure it and test its operation before I screw it all back together. Should save me some time if the masking tape holds it securely enough to actually test it. So I'm going to give that a shot. All right, I left the masking tape in there, pulled this thing tight, and I stuck 3 screws in it to test it out along that side. Just the basics to see operation. Got a little wrinkle down there, but I'm not concerned about that. I think it is acceptable now. Acceptable to me anyways. Let's see here, I'll go for a full closure. You can kind of see those plastic bands I've got in there. Those will probably show dirt over time. That's the drawback. That one especially. It's already starting to show dirt. Yep, I'm just going to screw it together. Tired of messing with it. Okay, I gotta go to the hardware store. So I'm wearing this ridiculous getup. So I got this board that serves as a handle to be able to shut the door with. And this thing had gotten stained, water stained, because water had been dripping in off the top of the door where it wasn't sealed up properly on occasion. It should look like that. I've been sanding it and I'm going to restain it. I'm trying to get the gray out of it. So I got a belt sander and I got one of these little triangle shaped sanders here. I'm just kind of working it over. Give this a quick stain and coat. Hopefully I'll get it to match close. So yeah. All right, so I've been sanding the hell out of this thing and it's still got some gray in it. And I read online different things you can do. You can bleach it. You can use some pretty nasty acids on it. But something else I read was using toothpaste. So I'm going to give some toothpaste a try on this, some whitening stuff here. It's supposed to be just white toothpaste. This has got some blue in it, so I don't know if it's the right thing, but I kind of don't care because if it doesn't turn out, worst thing that's going to happen is I'm going to have to sand it some more, which I'm already doing. So give that a shot. So yeah, I tested a small area of that with the toothpaste, and I'm going to have to say no. At least this stuff didn't work. So maybe I'll try some bleach. All right, I got a little bit of bleach in a glass here, and I'm just gonna brush some of it on this wood. You know, the camera, this iPhone camera really, it picks up stuff that you don't really see with your eye. Like, it was really showing the wrinkles in the fabric that I wasn't seeing with my eye, and it's making these stains look a lot darker than they actually are, or at least, you know, to the naked eye. That looks like that's doing something. At least in, you know, naked eye, maybe. I think there's enough bleach on it right now. I guess you can use this technique to lighten wood. You know, I've never really done it, of course, but that wouldn't hurt my feelings. My wife really doesn't like the golden oak thing we got going on all throughout the bus. She'd like to update it. She says it looks aged. I think golden oak kind of stain is timeless, but you know, it's not really in style right now. The thing is, it'll probably come back into style and all this other crap they're doing now with, like, you know, different sort of whitewashed stains on your cabinets and stuff. That'll probably all go out of style the minute that you change it. So I'm going golden oak with this again, because that's what we got going on, like that, everywhere else. Well, I think I'm just going to let that set. All right, so that's what it looks like after some bleaching and sanding. I only bleached it for, you know, maybe 5-10 minutes, and then I sanded it off, wiped it off, and sanded it off. I didn't really want to let that stuff soak in too long. I want this dry. I think it's better, but I am not going to credit the bleach for most of that. I think most of that's just more sanding. A little bit of stain there. You can rewind and do a little before and after. All right, I'm getting after it. Because of the shortage, I only have one rubber glove. So that's going to be interesting. Working with stain with only one glove. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. This is what I'm trying to match here, this oak. I got a crappy brush I don't care about. I'm going to use a brush on this because I only got one glove. I need to use my rag for wipe off. Dripping all over the place here. Yeah, right now you can't even tell that water stain was ever there. And maybe a little bit if you know where to look, but I kind of think that's about it. That's just got to sit there for a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this off. Wipe the excess anyways. So as it's drying, I'm starting to see some of that graying from the water stains come through, and it does not match the other piece. I've not been able to match this stain. I did go to the hardware store. They did not have anything that was close. I took that piece with me. So I'm not really sure what he used. I had some of this stuff around from before. The last time I used this, it came out lighter than the surrounding wood. So I kind of expected it to be lighter. I did not expect it to be darker like this. But, you know, maybe as it dries, it'll lighten up a bit. I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and finish the door now. Got a little bit more to do. I got to mount this, mount the lock, and put in some of the screws that I got at the hardware store. I'll go do that. Well, that stain's lightening up as it dries, so it might end up being okay. That other piece of wood's got some spray urethane on it, so that'll change the color of it a bit as well. This stuff over here that's dark is still drying. But yeah, we'll see. I can't coat it till tomorrow, so I'm satisfied. Well, there's the finished product for now. So really the only thing left to do is to mount that shelf slash handle that goes here. It has a drinking cup holder in it for the passenger, and it has a handle to, you know, be able to grab and pull the door shut. Bargeman lock is in, working properly and smoothly. You know, some people do fabric on their door, but the diamond plate has an advantage, and that is that this is going to see a lot of traffic, and a lot of times when we're inside, you know, you're going out, and we actually kick the door a lot. You know, I mean, you'll open the door, but you'll give it a little push with your foot, you know, to kind of get out, and the diamond plate can stand up to that sort of abuse, whereas you know, some fabric could get nasty pretty quickly. So all in all, I'm fairly satisfied. Gonna have to take it for a spin at some point here, but yeah, lots more projects to come. I'll cover those in a future video. Stay tuned.